fighter is actually referring to everybody who's a part of that Air Force.
Yeah.
You know, it's everyone's story. You can't just get down, look a certain way and just like walk. You got to have it. It's got to have
Elements.
It's got to have some chingaris. While I was doing fighter, it was a struggle because I had to go through 3 transformations. So it just cut out my entire social life. I didn't meet my friends for a year. Even in Lux, she was not a larger than life hero.
Yeah.
Patty is also not larger than life. I think my mission is not box office. My mission is growth. I have this knack of watching my films so incredibly objective, restless way. I see it in a restless way. Like, I'm not interested in this film. If Sid makes a rom-com now, I'll have to go kill myself. Kabir has definitely made a mark. Now you want me to say things I can't say.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us Hrithik Roshan, who just had a massive release in the form of Fighter. Welcome to Pinkvilla, sir. It's lovely having you here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
So my first question to you is, I've heard this from a lot of people, especially directors and writers, that it is very difficult to convince Hrithik Roshan to come on board a film. So let's get back in the time. Do you remember the first time when Sid came to you with the subject of Fighter? Were you easily convinced, given that it's a very high on VFX film as well, apart from the story?
So, actually, I don't think that's very true.
Yeah.
Because when I do a film, I take 5 seconds to say yes.
Okay.
Because if you have to sit and convince me to do the film, that means I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Either the script hits me,
Yeah.
or it doesn't. So it really is a matter of 5 seconds. Where Sid is concerned, Sid is a collaborator. You know, I have a relationship with him. So it doesn't end just with the script. With Sid, I know that there is a give and take. दोस्ती भी है, relationship भी है, filmmaker और actor का एक रिश्ता है, trust है, faith है. So this didn't happen with Fighter.
Okay.
When he came with Fighter to me, तो मेरा immediate reaction था कि नहीं यार, let's not. But then he kept working, and he's a very headstrong human being. So he kept working, and one day I saw what he was seeing in the film, and uske baad we started working on the script, and kept making the screenplay better, and so yeah, that was a different journey. But to answer your question, actually it takes very, very little time to convince me.
So
because you don't have to even say anything.
Okay.
You just give me a script. I either like it or I don't.
Dislike. Correct. So it's just that instant connect. If it's a yes from the heart, you'd go with it. And
I only do films that I can't say no to.
okay.
Let's put it like this.
Great. So it's a very strange coincidence that 20 years back you did a film called Lux, which won so much appreciation. You played an Indian Army officer, and now again 2024 you are doing a film like Fighter. It's again the same. If you have to look at your character in Lux and Fighter, how would you compare the two parts?
Well, for one, both abide by rules.
Yeah.
And I picked this one as first because many a times I wanted to create the arc of Patty as a larger arc.
Yeah.
Somebody who breaks the rules. Because for me, the larger than life roles which I've done, the Hindi, the mass hero, he always is a rule breaker.
Yeah.
He finds his own way. But I understood that, Sid is actually trying to do something that has not been, he's not doing what he is used to doing. He's trying something new. He's trying a different tonality.
Yeah.
He's trying to use his actors as these colors in the painting and the landscape that he wants to make. And so on one hand, though it's not the emotional arc of a larger than life hero, it is a beautiful landscape with these characters that he delves into one by one through the journey of the film.
Yeah.
Sometimes these kind of films also look very, very, very refreshing.
Yeah.
जैसे मैंने की थी एक Z&MD,
Of course. Yeah.
where all the actors were colors in the painting. So this is another commercial, more commercial mold of that same essence.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. I'm trying to find if there was any other part of your question. ये यही था.
No, it was this only. The basically, how do you look at Lux and Karan Sher? I mean, Karan Sher from Yash, Lux and this one.
So this is the first part that I would pick. They both, even in Lux, she was not a larger than life hero.
Yeah.
Patty is also not larger than life, and that is shows a lot of respect that Sid has made the film with for the Air Force.
Yeah.
You know, and of course Farhan for the Indian Army. So that is, and yet to, you know, find an arc where you don't break the rules, you go by the rules, and you still have an entertaining, engaging journey that leads to a larger than life climax. Which it's admirable that Sid has been able to do that.
True. Actually, for me, though Fighter is an aerial action thriller, there's so much element of drama and emotion in the story. It's if you look at it undercurrent, it has a strong undercurrent of friendship as well.
Yeah.
Towards the climax. I think that it comes across very beautifully in terms of the arc, character arcs and everything.
That's nice that that it came across, because that was the intention. It
True.
was Sid's intention to make a film that is little off what he has been used to doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
because if you see War, if you see Pathan, there's a difference. There's a little bit of a dignified presence of the camera in Fighter.
Yeah. True.
Of the way he's captured us.
Yep. And so, you know, like we were talking about drama and emotion, though Fighter is an aerial action thriller, the favorite scene, my personal favorite scene for the film is one where you meet Ashutosh Rana sir at the airport.
Yeah.
There's such intense conversation that you have, and it touches your heart. It's like you're speaking.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, that scene was, you know, we collaborated really well in that scene. Of course, Mr. Ashutosh Rana is an incredible actor. That's the first even. Both mother, father in that scene were like exceptional. The actors were exceptional. I had to do very, very less. Having said that, when I came onto the set that day, there was a lot of anger that I had put into Patty when he was saying those lines. I wanted him to poke the father. And what Sid brought into that anger was a smile. He said, just no, don't poke him so much. Yeah, let's show some respect.
Yeah.
He's her father. And say it with a smile.
Yeah.
I said, okay, that's a really nice little mishran.
Yeah.
You know, of anger. You want to poke also, but you're being respectful also. That was a really nice, nuanced idea.
Yeah.
And then I tried my best. And if you felt it, then I'm happy that it landed well.
And it lands very well. I've seen the film multiple times, and every time I watched it, it hits, it connects.
You've seen it multiple times.
I saw
already.
it thrice.
Thrice already?
Yeah. So
May there be more like you.
I'm rooting for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But so when you're doing such intense scene, is there a process that you follow or you expect your director also to follow in terms of the ambience that you have on the set in terms of such intense moments?
So I am actually able to cut all of that out. I'm able now to stay in my zone. I go walk. I walk around.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish that I didn't have so many eyes on me.
Yeah.
Because I'm still like trying to find my way of saying the dialogue or find the emotion. And I know that if I'm being watched, it's a little distracting on the set. But mostly I manage my team, my staff knows that I'm now, in my zone. So they kind of like stand guard.
Yeah.
So no one enters the area where I'm walking.
Yeah.
I'll kind of like mark the territory. I'll take over one entire corner of one set, and then that no one can enter that space, and I just keep walking around. I don't even know what I do, but I know that this happens, and and the other thing is that when it's an emotional scene, I hope and pray, and I just warn everyone concerned that it's an emotional scene, and once the juice is out, you have to be able to capture it without any unwanted faults, like light went off, or sound was off, didn't capture the mic was off or something. So that is my one rule for emotional scenes, that you'll have maybe 1 or 2 takes and you have to capture it. So just make sure that you're absolutely ready, because you won't get more than 2 takes.
True.
Although I'll give as many as they require. But my request and warning to them before I start is this: you're gonna get 2 takes.
Take it.
Do whatever you have to do, but you'll get 2 or 3 takes max.
So whenever a Hrithik Roshan film releases, there are a lot of expectations, and that's because people always see honesty in your work. How do you look at this? Do you feel happy that you have gained so much trust through your journey, or do you see this as a pressure?
So if there's expectations because there is honesty in my work, then that makes my being absolutely light. I feel freedom, because if my honesty to my work and my sincerity to my work is creating the expectation, and that's what they're coming to see, then I feel very safe. Because I know that I have. That doesn't pressurize me.
Okay.
But if they're coming to see my films because of the larger than life stardom and all of that, then I feel the pressure.
Okay.
Because that is something that is, it's a house of cards. You actually create, you make, you look at it, and then you kind of like find ways to sculpt that through the making of the film and the writing. It starts at the writing level. If it is not there on paper, you will never see it. And sometimes what happens is that you don't see it on paper, but you feel wo ho jayega. But phir wo hota nahi hai. It has to be on paper. So like if you take Fighter, Fighter is actually referring to everybody who's a part of that Air Force. It's everyone's story. It's not just Fighter, it's not me. But if they're coming with that expectation, then I feel scared. If they're coming to see it because I am the fighter in the film, they will be happily surprised, perhaps, that, this is all of them, together. This is the squadron. And so sometimes you have to hope and pray that the honesty gets through, more than the star, all that glitz.
Actually, that was actually my next question. I was speaking to Sid yesterday, and he told me that there is a glory in Hrithik Roshan's walk. You don't need to package the scene in a certain way. He just walks and the camera captures him, and that leads to the larger than life elements. How do you manage to do that? And if you look at your 3 films with Sid, your introductory sequence is just a walk. In Bang Bang, it's with the diamond. In War, you're just walking out of the chopper, and even over here out of the Sukhoi.
I don't know. Maybe it is. So there is a lot of skill that's involved. So I'm aware that the walk needs to look a certain way. I'm aware that I need to bring grace into it. There's there is, the body needs to look like one unit when you're bouncing. There can't be anything loose. The head also can't do this when you're walking. So you have to maintain some kind of strength, and it has to look sturdy. It has to look strong. Then comes your face. It has to say something. It has to say some story. I remember when I was walking for Fighter in my introduction. It started like when I was walking, I started feeling, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? So then I had to build in some story about
Yeah.
it. And so I look at Unni, you know, I look back at him, we exchange a smile, and that becomes that kind of fuels the next few steps.
Yeah.
You can't just get down, look a certain way, and just
Yeah.
like walk. You gotta have it. It's gotta have
Elements.
it's gotta have some chingari, some spark.
Yeah.
So there's skill. There is, where's my balance? Am I landing on my heel? Am I landing on my forefoot?
Yeah.
Am I using my adductors or my abductors? So all of this goes into it, actually.
Wow. There's so much that goes to just.
Yeah, you gotta make sure your glutes are activated. So that all kind of like shows how fit you are.
Yeah.
And if I'm not fit enough for that walk on that day, I actually literally get down on the floor and activate all the muscles, so that I can finally get that walk to look the way I want it to look.
Wow.
That's
And sir, do you look out for validation for your work when you do a film? Who is the first person whom you show it for that one sense of, confidence that, okay, I want.
the biggest validation comes from the numbers,
Yeah.
from box office. That is something that I don't know why I myself in the past have been a little shy to say, but that's the truth. The biggest validation is box office numbers.
Yeah.
Especially when you are making a film that is aimed at entertaining that section of the audience, that gets in the numbers.
Yeah.
So that's one. Apart from that, people who I love, I really love and admire.
Yeah.
I really pray and hope that they like my work.
Yeah.
Because I know if I admire them, then there is a perspective that they will be watching my work with.
Yeah.
And if I satisfy that perspective, then I rise a little bit in my own eyes, because I see myself from their point of view.
Yeah.
So feedback from my sons,
Yeah.
from my family, from my partner is extremely important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people I love.
But how do you look at success? Do you think it is something which can be quantified, or is it intangible in the form of love? How do you look at it? Like,
It's both, man. It's really both. Like, what really fills you up? So I've never had a very successful film at the box office in which my work has been like bad. But say that existed.
yeah.
Okay, because I'm trying to see the reverse of what I've experienced.
Yeah.
I've experienced a film that has not done well at the box office. All right, but it has filled up so many innumerable moments in my life when I've met people, fans, friends,
Yeah.
and it's like it's become kind of a legacy or something that I know that I've done, which is good, and it kind of like
Stay for.
yeah, it's like a pat on the back that goes on for decades.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to see the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I get the box office numbers, whatever. Yeah, it's done 300 crores, but my work has not been good.
Yeah.
That never really comes back to you in a way that fills your heart up.
Yeah.
So, it's both are important, and if you get both in one film, it's amazing. But if I had to choose one, I don't know which one will fill me up more. My suspicion is that when your work, like I did a film called Vikram Vedha,
Yeah.
in which we had no box office. The box office numbers were abysmal. It was a big flop. But my work was appreciated so much that
Yeah.
it gave me strength.
Yeah.
It validated me. It encouraged me. And especially because it didn't do well, it says even more. So it kind of like, I feel stronger because I think my mission is not box office. My mission is growth.
Yeah.
So if that part of me is being satisfied and people are saying, oh, we saw something new, you did something new, and I feel, I think I've grown. I think I am going deeper. I think I am applause worthy. Oh, am I? Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That feels so good to me.
Yeah. But so like you said, I don't think there has been a film of yours which has worked. But I think in every film of yours which has worked, in fact, through your career, like my second question was, people see honesty in your performance all through the journey. So I think that's a great thing to strike a balance between superstar and actor. I think that's something which you have done through your...
I've tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sir, when we talk of quality and quantity, this is another topic which a lot of people discuss. How do you look at this aspect? I remember when I last spoke to you, it was during War, when you had 2 releases and both of them worked, War and Super 30, which was a great year for you. And that time you said that it's going forward, it's going to be a conscious attempt from you to ensure you have one release a year. How do you plan to look at this aspect now?
I don't plan that.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't need to plan that unless you're making films to earn the money, which is also very, very. I respect that and I admire that, because you're going to put bread on the table for your family and you need that release every year and you need more work, you need to do your endorsements. That is amazing and that you should do. Go out there, sell yourself. All of that everything is good and it's all allowed. It's a must. You should do it. I would push you to do it. Do I need to do it? I don't think so. I am extremely happy with my pace.
Yeah.
And in fact, I need to put in more things in my life to do that I enjoy apart from just my work.
Yeah.
And so I'm on that journey constantly.
Yeah.
While I was doing Fighter, it was a struggle because I had to go through 3 transformations. So it just cut out my entire social life. I didn't meet my friends for a year. I was sleeping at 9 p.m. every day.
Wow.
So I was like, hey, I can't go on like this.
Yeah.
This is not a quality life. This is important to do if you're, if you are trying to find a place. I found a place, right? I found a place for myself. And I need to now, be engaged and aspire to live good days. That's what we should all finally end up aspiring
for.
Sunrise to sunset, and after that, in the night. What are your days like? What are you doing in your days? What are the thoughts in your days? That's so important.
True.
So your work needs to become
Be
like
there.
50% of your life, and the other 50% needs to be there.
Your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how do you disconnect from films? Like suppose Fighter, it has been 5 days since the film release. What's your process to disconnect and move on?
So I've been very fortunate. My assessment of my films have never failed me.
Yeah.
So once I watch the first copy, I kind of have a lower marker and an upper marker, and then I disconnect, and then I sit back and I watch, and finally, up until now at least, I have always been at peace with how much the film has done at the box office.
Yeah.
Because I have kept my lower marker and upper marker, and it's always been within that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's a great quality that you have in terms of keeping your expectations in check.
Yeah, and it's really not a mental math which I do.
Okay.
I only equate it to how much the film moves me and how it engages me.
Yeah.
So I have this amazing, I think it's incredible. I'm so thankful, and I'm so scared that if I say it'll go away. I have this knack of watching my films so incredibly objective, restless way. I see it in a restless way, like I'm not interested in this film.
Okay.
I see it like that, and then I set my markers, how much it pulled me.
Yeah.
I kind of start by wanting not to like it, wanting not to like me also, and then I think something I do has just worked. It's like magic. Don't know what it is.
Yeah. And so, I spoke to Sid yesterday and he was telling me all through the 3 films that he has done with you, he has always had the conversation of possibility of directing you in a rom-com or a love story. Would you ever want to do a rom-com or love story with Sid, especially in this time?
I've just been through 3 transformations. If Sid makes a rom-com now, I'll have to go kill myself to get back into shape. No, I'm going to take a while to get back into that kind of a mold.
Yeah.
But of course, collaborating with Sid is so much fun.
Yeah.
Because he's really somebody who, the thing I admire about him so much is he's like a dog with a bone, and he's constantly working.
Yeah.
It's just constant.
Yeah.
So I really, when I'm on set with him, I feel like, there's almost, there are 2 sides of me.
Yeah.
One is that I'm his actor,
Yeah.
right? And he's my director. And one is, I want to protect this guy. I want him to get what he wants.
Yeah.
I need to do this for him. So I'm constantly either in this stance with him or this stance with him. So, it's sometimes he gives, sometimes I give, and we both. So it's a great way to be on sets. Yeah. I'm sure he feels the same way.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so 26 years in the industry, when we look at genres that you have done, 24, sorry.
Yeah, 24 years.
Yeah,
26 years ago. Yeah.
26 films and 24 years. This is your 26th
Well,
film.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Is there a genre which you are attracted towards or aspire to do? Is there any particular genre or story that you aspire to do, having done 26 films through the journey?
No, so there's one thing that I'm really dying to do, but I haven't, the stars haven't aligned, haven't found a script, which is this really situational, straight-faced comedy that I really want to do. But I don't see that kind of stuff being written.
Okay. You're looking out for maybe that once the stars align.
What happens is that when we look at comedy, I don't even mind if it's dark. That's also, something that I would be okay with. But when I see comedy happening and being written, they're trying to make you laugh, and everyone's aware of it.
Yeah.
That this is funny.
Yeah.
And the kind of stuff that I'm looking for is more like a Hangover, the film.
Yeah.
Where 5 or 4 different characters, actors who are completely embedded in the integrity of that character, right?
Yeah.
And they are put into situations which motivate each actor to react in the way their character would react.
Yeah.
So it is left to the actor, like, how would you react to this?
Yeah.
Somebody would just be straight-faced, somebody would keep composure, somebody would be just
scared,
wide-eyed.
Yeah.
So that's when we write, we try and kind of like show the audience, okay, you have to laugh here. So all the actors have to laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just to like nudge the audience to laugh.
Yeah.
But the comedy that I want to do is situational.
Situation.
It could be, the actor could be really serious.
Yeah.
He's really, really serious, but the audience is laughing because of the situation that he's in.
Stuck in. Yeah.
So that kind of stuff really.
And that's a very tough space to crack as well, I think.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's been done so many times.
True.
Yeah.
And so, is there a change with regards to things that excite you from the time you started in terms of script? Maybe what excited you in?
Oh yeah. Of course. When I started, I was very excited about being the hero. I was very, very excited and motivated to show you that I can be a hero.
Yeah.
Today, I am more excited to find the human behind the hero, and that's my itch
Yeah.
through the making of a film, that I need enough at my disposal so that by the end of the film you actually see a human being and get to know a human being, and enough to know whether he would laugh at something or he would get angry at something. What is his belief system?
Yeah.
You will know this guy, you know.
Yeah.
You will know that, oh, yeah, he can do this. Oh, he'll never do this. Are you mad? He'll never do it. So I want my characters to live and finally be human, to look human enough to for you to be able to relate to them as if you know them. And for that, you really need to be backed by
Strong.
by the script.
Yeah, strong
by,
writing.
by the writer.
True.
But of course, an actor can bring in the nuances.
Yeah.
An actor can bring in devices that can help, kind of like, as I say, house of cards. You know, little by little by little by little, you can create that that mold.
Okay. And so, last couple of questions. In Diwali, we saw a glimpse of you as Kabir, and the audience went berserk when you appeared on the screen towards the end credit. How excited are you to rebuild Kabir going forward, and seeing the reactions, given that the character has stayed for so long? How excited are you for that? Because the promo also gives us a very dark vibe. It seems like a very violent side to.
Now you want me to say things I can't say. Yeah, it's interesting. Kabir has definitely made a mark.
Yeah.
And getting into Kabir's boots is going to be fun. It's going to be fun because this time my challenge is to show Kabir in a different light. You know, a different aspect of him, which is going to be interesting.
Fun. Yes, looking forward to that. That's going to be, And so lastly, I think any interactions with you will always be incomplete without the mention of Krrish. It's an iconic character, the most loved superhero of India.
Yeah.
Can you tell us something on the next Krrish? Because that's a film which everyone, all generations, everyone is waiting for.
I think you'll have to wait longer.
Yeah.
Too early to speak about Krrish. You know everything that I have to say. That the work is on. It is something that is obviously a difficult film, and you know, you gotta see the business side of it, the economics of it, and then of course the depth and the script. So things are falling into place. I am smiling. I am happy, but long way to go still. Long way to go.
I think the audience is saying this, that please bring Krrish 4 with that please smile that you have in Fighter. That's a very adorable moment in the film. I think.
You like that?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It was a difficult one.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult because you know it could become caricaturish. I had to bring in some amount of me into it. That was tough.
But you were able to do it multiple times with the same amount of grace. I think everyone in the cinema halls was smiling, looking at the smile that you had. So
very fortunate, man. Very fortunate with all the reviews and all the compliments coming our way. It's very, very encouraging. I'm really feeling like, you know, I have gotten enough of a pat on my back to, you know, feel the strength and get into war now.
Yes. On that note, thank you so much, sir. It was
Pleasure,
lovely
man.
speaking to
Pleasure.
you, and wish you all the best for war and everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.